Melanie Sykes, from TV spotlight to silent struggle. The autoimmune battle that's stealing her signature smile. Melanie Sykes once ruled British television with eyes that gleamed like the sequins on her famous red outfits and a chuckle that could brighten a soggy Manchester afternoon. She co-hosted Today with Des and Mel, walked through I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here in 2002, and charmed viewers on Let's Do Lunch with Gino and Mel with her sharp wit and unadulterated charm. At 50, she was the queen of daytime TV. Fans liked her as the girl next door who could banter with the best of them, a single parent from the north who made it big without forgetting her origins. However, on a calm Sunday night in late November 2025, Sykes, now 55, sat in front of her phone camera in a brightly lit Cheshire kitchen and revealed a reality that upended that perception. She is battling a debilitating autoimmune disease that has left her two-thirds bald, in excruciating pain, and feeling unrecognizable even to herself. Sykes parted her once lush brunette hair to expose bald patches the size of her palm in a raw 30-minute Instagram video that has now received over 2.5 million views. Her scalp was also irritated and covered in angry red blotches. "I'm not well, as you know," she continued, her voice calm yet laced with tiredness. "I've been ill all year. I suffer from an autoimmune disease. I'm losing my hair, I keep having crazy inflammation all over, and I'm in so much pain." Her lips swelled, like I've had Botox gone wrong, and her eyes burned so terribly that she could hardly read. She joked through tears. However, the joke fell flat. This isn't a joke. Rather, it's an appeal for empathy from a lady who has dedicated her professional life to making people laugh while concealing her own suffering. Sykes' journey to this point has been anything from glamorous. Born in Oldham, Greater Manchester, on October 5, 1970, to working-class parents, her mother was a cleaner and her father was a laborer. She was raised in a terraced home with limited resources but intense affection. Melanie was spotted at the age of 15 when shopping in Manchester's Arndale Centre. She was tall, stunning, and had cheekbones that could break glass. Modeling gigs followed, catwalks in London, magazine covers in Milan, even a stint as the face of Boddington's beer advertising that entrenched her as the cream of Manchester. But TV called louder. In 1997, she burst onto screens as the gorgeous assistant on The Big Breakfast, trading jokes with Johnny Vaughan that made her an overnight hit. "I was the girl from nowhere who suddenly had somewhere," she recounted in a 2018 memoir extract. Her laugh became her trademark, big, unladylike, infectious, turning her become the nation's favorite TV girlfriend. The 2000s were her golden era. Today with Des and Mel, 2002-2004, teamed her well with Des O'Connor, their relationship a blend of brotherly banter and real friendliness that drew 2 million viewers every day. She hosted The Vault, judged Pop Idol, and in 2002 became the fourth celebrity to win I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, overcoming Bush Tucker trials with the same resilience that carried her from Oldham to the jungle. "I did it for the kids," she remarked post-win, referring to her 2 young sons from her first marriage to toy boy spouse Jack Cockings, 2003-2009, a partnership that dissolved amid tabloid frenzy about their 17-year age gap. Motherhood grounded her. She pulled back from the spotlight to raise Roman, 2003, and Valentino, 2008, favoring school runs above studio lights. "Fame's a circus," she told Hello in 2010. "I don't want my boys under the big top." By the middle of the 2010s, Sykes had returned, wiser and wittier, co-hosting Let's Do Lunch, 2011-2014, with Gino D'Acampo. Their flirting culinary chemistry made lunchtime TV a must-watch. The show had a devoted fan base and produced cookbooks during its 3 seasons. She dabbled in radio, penned columns for The Sun, and in 2015 married property developer Alan Hamill, 20 years her senior, in a low-key ceremony in Malta. She gushed in interviews, "He's my rock," and posted pictures of their mixed family life on Instagram, including intimate meals where she made her mother's shepherd's pie, muddy walks with their dogs, and vacations in Spain. Sykes, a 45-year-old survivor of divorce, tabloid scrutiny, and the never-ending turmoil of show business, appeared impenetrable. But fissures have been emerging long before 2025. At the age of 50, Sykes declared her permanent retirement from television in 2021. "I've had enough," she stated in a sad Loose Women appearance. "The industry chews you up and spits you out." Burnout was evident behind the scenes due to demanding schedules, ongoing scrutiny, and the need to remain relevant as a woman over 40. She withdrew to Cheshire and concentrated on writing, The Fat Loss Bible 2012, and campaigning, speaking out about mental health, body acceptance, and the negative aspects of celebrity. In her 2023 book, Illuminated Autism and All the Things I Left, she disclosed that she had been diagnosed with both autism and ADHD. She didn't mention how worn out she was from hiding her neurodivergence. "I spent my life pretending to be normal on camera," she stated. "Now I'm done pretending." The autoimmune storm arrived like a thunderclap in early 2025. It began subtly, skin flaring red and itchy at the slightest stress, joints aching like she'd run a marathon in heels, and exhaustion that coffee couldn't touch. Her once thick hair started to fall out in handfuls by March, first on her pillow, then in clumps on her brush, and eventually in the shower. "I thought it was hormones," she told pals quietly. "Perimenopause, you know?" But it kept going. Her April doctor's appointment became urgent when blood tests revealed extremely high inflammatory markers and positive ANA, anti-nuclear antibody readings, indicating an autoimmune attack. Heart palpitations followed, irregular beats that brought her to A&E twice in 1 week, monitors beeping furiously while physicians ruled out cardiac arrest. The diagnosis landed in May, a combination of autoimmune illnesses, with alopecia areata as the most prominent enemy. Alopecia is a condition in which the immune system misidentifies hair follicles as invaders, resulting in patchy baldness that can progress to complete scalp loss, alopecia totalis, or even body-wide baldness, universalis. For Sykes, it was aggressive. Patches sprouted across her crown like storm clouds, her characteristic waves dwindling to wisps. In her first public post about it, she shared a side-profile selfie from a London clinic that revealed a noticeable bald spot at her nape. "I looked in the mirror and didn't recognize myself," she admitted. "Alopecia and heart issues from all that's happened the last few months. PTSD, shock, mistreatment, malpractice." She connected it to trauma in the profession, particularly the 2023 incident in which former co-host Gino D'Acampo was accused of sexual harassment by several women, a claim he refuted. The fallout, press hounding her door, invasive inquiries about her experience on Let's Do Lunch, triggered what doctors labeled a stress-induced flare. Although 2% of people worldwide suffer from autoimmune conditions like alopecia areata, which often affect women in their 30s and 40s, Sykes' situation was made worse. Tests showed that she may have rheumatoid arthritis developing in her joints, as well as Hashimoto's thyroiditis, which attacks the thyroid and causes fatigue and weight changes. "My body's at war with itself," she revealed in a June YouTube video, splitting her hair to illustrate the progression, half her scalp visible, eyebrows thinning, lashes scant. Inflammation raged too, swollen lips, burning eyes, rashes that itched like fire. Heart-wise, an irregular rhythm, atrial fibrillation, kept her breathless, on beta blockers that made her dizzy. "1 minute I'm fine, the next I'm on the floor thinking, 'Is this it?'" she added, voice breaking. There has been a terrible emotional cost. Sykes, who made a career on her looks, those ads, those red carpets, that effortless glamour, now hides under hats and scarves. "I feel invisible," she said in July, sharing a no-makeup video that displayed her transformed face, bigger cheeks from steroids, uneven brows penciled in. Melanie Strong inspired supporters, but trolls were vicious. One comment that was liked 500 times before being removed asked, "What happened to the hot presenter?" Her marriage stretched too. Hamill, sympathetic but overwhelmed, advised therapy she opposed at first. "I thought I was strong enough alone," she recalled. Motherhood intensified the fear. For Roman, now 22, studying cinema in London, and Valentino, 17, navigating GCSEs. "I don't want them seeing me like this," she sobbed in an August video, tears pouring as she swept off another handful of hair. Sykes' approach to therapy has been holistic, challenging the quick-fix mentality she formerly embraced. She delved into meditation, completing a teacher training course in September, despite pain flaring so acute she missed the last days. "Breath is my anchor," she says, practicing daily in her garden, surrounded by wildflowers she planted for grounding. The diet changed to include anti-inflammatory items like bone broth from nearby farms, turmeric lattes, and gluten-free foods. Her counter is stacked with supplements such as biotin for hair, but alopecia laughs at biotin, and omega-3s for joints. Twice a week, she receives acupuncture and yoga tailored to her hip pain, and therapy, EMDR sessions unraveling TV trauma, where she addressed the perfect presenter facade that masked her autism and now her sickness. Physically, improvement is mixed. Although they reduce rashes, steroid creams make her face swell. Topical minoxidil stimulates follicles, but regrowth is spotty. Fine peach fuzz on the crown, nothing on the sides. Fatigue remains like a veil, yet heart medications regulate rhythm. In November, she made a joke about being 2/3 bald, cocking her head to reveal her glossy scalp. "I look like a monk who lost a bet." Pain is constant. Joints like sandpaper, eyes gritty, lips cracked. She is, nevertheless, blossoming spiritually. With unfiltered vlogs, Melanie Sykes' YouTube channel grew to 500,000 subscribers. Day 142, when your body betrays you but your spirit says not today. She slams the NHS too, waiting lists for 6 months, in this pain, pushing for improved autoimmune care. Because Sykes' story is about every woman's secret struggle, it has resonance. 78% of women suffer from autoimmune illnesses, which are frequently misdiagnosed as stress or hysteria. Her candor, showing scars, tears, the ugly regrowth, demands we listen. "I was the girl who made you laugh on telly," she stated in her latest video, voice furious. "Now I'm the woman asking you to see the real me, bald, broken, but still here." Fans react in waves with how bald and beautiful challenges, accounts of their flare-ups, and donations to Alopecia UK. As 2025 ends, Sykes eyes 2026 with wary hope. A wig line for autoimmune warriors? A follow-up to a memoir? "I'm not done," she vows, adjusting a bright turban. "This disease took my hair, but not my fire." From Oldham Terraces to Cheshire Calm, Melanie Sykes fights on. Not for plaudits, but for the modest success of waking up undamaged. Her laugh may echo softer now, but it's no less dazzling. Her flaws stand out the most in a society that values perfection.